Hi, this is Maria from Mari's Way of Life. Welcome back to my channel. I am a mommy, I am a planner babe, and I am a first grade teacher. Today, I am in my classroom. Welcome. And I am here today to make a classroom tour or to video a classroom tour. Honestly, my classroom has been lived in and I am not using that as an excuse at all. Honestly, I feel like a little off this year, and maybe because I just have one of the best classrooms since I've started teaching. Like, my classroom environment or my classroom dynamic is so cool. Even when I'm not at my best, they make it a really good day. And of course, I have behavior, but it's nothing compared to the year I lived last year. Unfortunately, it is what it is, and I am not going to lie to you guys. So without further ado, I'm gonna go ahead and do my classroom tour. Not traditional, or I don't know what we can call traditional, but if you would like anything that you see, just let me know. I would try and go back to my classroom tour from last year and then kind of just copy the links from there. I'm using the same resources, but if there's anything that I didn't link, then just let me know and I will do my best to get that for you. So let's go ahead and get started. Okay, so here's where all my kiddos come in through. This is our main entrance. Not that we have any other entrance, but this is where we enter the classroom. And I have news there, or like things that I would need, like quiet, please, we are testing. So that's my news bulletin board right there. Then this right here, oh my gosh, I love it. I did this myself. Shh, don't tell anyone. But I did mounted this to the wall. So I keep like stuff that I want to photocopy or things that I need to take to the office, which I need to take that. And then I have my emergency procedures clipboard. Okay, sorry, I had someone at the door, so I had to get that. But anyway, yeah, I love this. The aesthetics and organization of it, I love it. Then I have my Memby calendar there, and I really do like it. It keeps me on track with like main events, like any assembly, conferences, our break. It is just really, really nice. And if I need to jot anything down, then I will jot it in there real quick. Here is our sink area. And this is where the kids, help themselves. I do not have any specific rules about this, except they cannot come when I'm teaching. And I wash my dishes there. Yes, that's my baby dryer, bottle dryer rack, whatever that's called. So yeah, I brought it to the classroom because I don't need it anymore for Sophia, my daughter. Okay, now I'm going to go over here by the door, and I understand there's a fire extinguisher there. I'm trying to find, and maybe you guys can help me with this, a way in which I can store this. These are emergency kits, I guess we can call them, but food, so that in case of an emergency, like students have access to water, snacks, non-perishable items that they can have if anything were to happen. So this is a new thing this year, and yeah, I need to find a better spot for it. If I would have known about this at the beginning of the year, then maybe I wouldn't have put that bulletin. So maybe I have to move something here to put it in that corner, because right now, yeah, this just happened in the last month, so it's only been here for a couple of weeks. Over here is our super improver wall. Kids love this. This is our behavior system. They only get rewarded. They don't get anything deducted. So if they do an amazing job, they get a star. Moving on, behind this bookcase, I use it as, I use all the space I can get. So this is kind of like a bulletin board. I have my science groups here. Here goes honesty. These are my drawers, so I'll show you what it is on the other side. But classroom jobs, they all have a job. I have not put them in. Hashtag teacher life. Yep. Thumbs up for me. So that's that. Then if we turn this way, then you can see, part of my desk over there. I have my guided reading, guided math area here. You can see that I just got here, so I put that down there. My classroom is made up of 4 different table groups. I have table 1 right there, 2, 3, and 4. So that's my classroom setup. Okay, now that being said, let's go over here to the guided reading area and bulletin boards. This center groups are only for language arts, and they work really well. They're from Learning in Wonderland, and I absolutely fell in love with them. They're functional. They're just the best. And if you're interested, I do have a video on it, and I'll try and link it down below. If not, if you really want to see it, let me know and I will find it. But that's what that is. I have my mini erasers there so that, and my sister bought me more. Oh my gosh, now this is turning into a vlog. See what I'm doing? I told you it wasn't traditional. My sister got me more at Target, so I'm really excited to put those in. And all I did is well, some of them fell, but I hot glue gun. Oh! Yep, that just happened. I hot glued one of the erasers to the drawer, and that way I know what's in there. A lot of them didn't last. I just realized that. Okay, moving on. I use this whiteboard here for centers, and then I just put it here, and then this is what I use, and this is my center number 1, and they come to me. Now over here I do have items that my parent volunteer uses. She usually grades all of our fact fluency, so she has access to all of that. Moving away from here, if I back up, I have cabinets here, and this is where I store my curriculum and Skittles apparently. So I have all of that there. I rarely use it, honestly, but it's there. Okay, we're gonna try and put that back in. Give me 1 sec. And this is how functional I'm gonna be. There we go. Okay, moving on. Over here we have, let's see. Oh, all of the kids' books. I'm acting like I don't know what's in this drawers. I need to give this back to one of the teachers. All right, all of the kids' books, anthologies, and reading writing workbooks. And then this is where I store the readers that I use in the guided reading area. And these are my unit boxes. And what I store in there is my focus wall items. Focus wall is over, so this is the entrance, over by this writing and, why did I say writing? Oh, it is writing. Over by this writing and reading area. I kind of shifted that, and I wanted to have that ready. That's why I waited to do this classroom tour. So that's why it's in those boxes, and I just change it every time the unit changes. I have 2 out because I'm trying to organize that. Okay, and I think that pretty much covers the entrance of the classroom. So let me go ahead and show you that again. Alrighty, in my guided reading area, I also have this that I got from IKEA. I store my super improver cards there. I store mini erasers that I'm using at the time with the students. And then I also store there any cards that I need to change here, the centers. And then my calendar items are in the bottom drawer. I also keep the work for the week in here, week 1 centers, and so on and so forth. I have a mini toolbox for my volunteer here, and then she has access to all of that. These are the books that I'm currently using. And the boxes right here, I need to find a better spot for these, but these are for the students that mainstream to their class. My students always get mints during writing, so we have mints, and then they get a Skittle during my center time. So that's what that is. I even have a mini toolbox. This goes in my mailbox. So I don't know why I have not taken it back, but it's sitting there. Okay, let's look at the front of the classroom. When the students are at the rug, this is what they see. So this is the rug area. If you look at the front, I'm gonna go ahead and sit here for a little bit and show you what they see. This is what the front of the classroom looks like. And let me start right here. I'm gonna start with the sign language alphabet up there. And then I started doing like C's and V's up there. Sorry, I was trying to focus on my finger. Because I have a hard time just realizing that consonants and vowels are in the alphabet, and there are more consonants than vowels. In first grade, it's just kind of hard, or at least for this year in this class, if I ask them, like when we're going over blends, I wanna tell them that there's 2 consonants blended together so that they make 2 different sounds or 2 distinct sounds, and they're like, what are consonants? So they're big words, they're trying to figure it out, so I just make sure I did that, and that's helping them. I write our paragraphs there. I bought those from Lakeshore, so I use those for my paragraph writing. This is typically not here, so this is where we have our rules. And then on the other side, we have our expectations. So when they walk in and they do their morning business, this person that does the calendar for me moves this out of the way. He goes over the calendar. Then the other student grabs one of these pointers, goes over classroom rules and classroom expectations over here. And it says SOAR, which stands for safety first, outstanding conduct, accountability, and respect. So this is what happens. This is moved out of the way. And then the students kind of like go over that. My students also have cubbies here. These were donated by my husband's company. So those are there. That's where everything that they're done and I don't grade or I looked over during classwork time that can go home, then they place it in there and they always check it at the end of the day. Apparently one of them forgot yesterday, so that's what's there. Homework is always available for them. If they lose it, there shouldn't be any excuses. They should have access to every single thing in the classroom at all times. I do not hide anything. So it's their responsibility. It's on them. They are old enough to know the difference between what is their responsibility and what mommy, daddy, or teacher can do for them. So grabbing a whole piece of homework when they lose it, their responsibility. It's right there. Classwork, whatever I give classwork is always in these two bins. I call purple and green to one side and then blue and red to the other. And they just line up, grab their classwork, and they sit down and do whatever they need to get done. In the middle, we have different manipulatives, so that's where they're stored. And then the green containers here are for math centers, as well as these blue ones. If we move this way, we see the word work here. That's for Center for Language Arts. And then my desk area, which I will go to in a little bit. All right, moving on. I feel like I'm going a little too fast and I'm out of breath because I just walked in the door and I feel like I haven't had time to like settle in. Right behind where I have my science PLTW groups and then my classroom monitors, I have my bucket fillers. Look at my students, fillers, buckets. What do you know? What did I tell you? Look, I guess I will take the time now to kind of try and fix this so that I won't feel as bad doing a classroom tour. It probably fell and then the students put it back. There we go. Let's try this one more time. Okay, bucket fillers go in there. Students are allowed to put a little positive message. And if you don't know what that is, there are a lot of videos on it. And one of my favorite teachers to look into that, because that's who I actually borrowed it from. It's from One Fab Teacher, and she is amazing. She has a YouTube channel and she is on it again. I think she was gone for a little bit, but she's back. So all of these ideas mostly come from her. She's a sweetheart and I love her. So if you're interested in that, go ahead and look her up, and she has a video on that as well. Unfinished Now What is from her store as well, TPT. Students, when they're done, they are not allowed to come and like interrupt or run to me. I'm done, I'm done, I'm done, I'm finished. They come here. If there's still time, I always have the timer on. They need that. And then they have a choice of writing a story, having pencil shavings in here, or practicing their spelling words. Each one of these drawers, and I created this actually. One Fab Teacher has it as a bulletin board in choices. I actually just printed the title and then made them smaller to fit these drawers. So I actually used her own, I bought it from her. Let me fix this, see? Right there. I bought it from her store and then I kind of adjusted it to fit my needs. This is my favorite part of them all. It is not organized. Mickey Mouse is like taking a nap, but this is where this is a community supply area. Whenever they need anything, they just come here. Again, ideas are all from other teachers. None of these are like, whoa, mine, except for creating that system. But all of it I bought from other teachers or I've seen other videos. And so all the crayons are there. If they're missing one, they just come and grab one. These are their tickets for PBIS. I have a monitor that takes them in on Friday, and all the other supplies. This is for my writing groups. So they come and grab one. And then this is from Pocketful Primary. And then they write a story. It works really well with the dynamic of students that I have this year. that's that. These are their memory books. So this is a work in progress and they get it at the end of the year. Some more centers, and then Mickey Mouse taking a nap on top of centers. Yep. And then red covers for testing. Okay, now, so we've gone over all of that. This is what it looks from where I'm standing back here in the back wall. Let's take a look at this back wall. Okay, this is my mathematics bulletin board, and it has like my focus areas, vocabulary somewhere by my desk or by the whiteboard because we use it all the time. So I just take them out of there and then use them with them. And then this is fact fluency. Kids absolutely love that. Every time they pass a new level in their fact fluency, then they get a watermelon seed and they glue it. So they pass it, they get a little certificate, and then they go ahead and glue their seed. Let me show you an up close. This is what it looks like, and then the student's name is right here at the bottom. And so this student is on their way to Partners for 10. So they're working on that, and then once they get here, I start working with them on multiplication. So yep. All right, moving on to the next bulletin board. I just finished this one when I was here for Saturday school. And I'm trying to put my anchor charts. I'm trying to get, I don't know where I saw this idea, not mine again, but one of those curtain rods to kind of mount there. And then over here for my writing or for my phonemes or whatever sound we're working on. And then for my writing. So everything else is a little anchor chart for the specific skill in either writing, reading, or phonics. And then all of my reading materials over here. And I have talked a little bit about this earlier in the year where I said I really wanted to make this one my reading wall and then separate writing from actually phonemical awareness. So I wanted to make sure that was separated from the reading, only because I work with the best reading teacher that I have ever worked with. So I'm kind of getting ideas from her and just putting them in a way where they work for me in my classroom. Then over here, as much as I don't like this, these are my math centers. So it's similar to what we have right over there, but these are for reading, and these over here are for mathematics. So these are my centers for math. I only have 4 for math, and we work on those on Monday and Friday only. So I do Monday, Friday. Yep. Then over here, we have our library. On top of that, grammar from Learning in Wonderland. And then the labels are also from Learning in Wonderland. I love my library. Very functional. Kids are able to put books back in easily. I mean, you can see they organize it, they put it back where it belongs. It's rare where we find a book that doesn't belong there. But yeah, up above that, I have more math manipulatives. Students are allowed to grab these whenever they want. There's a set of 12 in each, and whenever we need some, then I just send. I think this is where we left off. Actually, I'm going to go ahead and close the blinds only because it is, like I was saying, it is now dismissal time. And in the morning, someone walked into my room and I didn't finish. So I'm gonna try and finish this up. Hopefully my thoughts are still there. I think the last thing I said was there were 12 sets of these, and they're allowed to, during mathematics, they're allowed to come and grab them. They pair with a person, so there's 12. That means they can share with another person, and that's how I use those, and they have access to this all the time. And the bigger manipulatives are actually by my guided reading area as well, right next to it. I don't think I showed you that. Computers are here. Students are really good at plugging them in. Here, this is a sweater someone forgot, so I need to get to that. This is where students grab their math fluency from. So this is really easy, and if I zoom in, they all have a title, and then they just grab it from there. There I have a mess. It's actually copies that we have extras of homework and just random stuff that I sneak in there. So my desk area, let's get to that. Yes, I have a kitchen here, just kidding. But I do have a mess. Like I said, now it's the end of the day, so things are a little bit different, and the kids are required to clean after. So let me show you. They're actually really, really good. They actually cleaned out their areas. They're supposed to sparkle clean. So they're really good. Their teacher, not so much. All right, sorry, that was the bell. And I had like student IDs all over my desk because I just passed them out. So I had to move that out of the way. But anyway, what I was saying, this is my desk area. I do have a document camera right here. This is where I project anything to the Promethean board. Then I love my horizontal layout of organizing thing. I mounted that to the wall as well. Yes, that's me. That's my little daughter. Sophia actually was in my classroom and she's just started sticking stuff there. Then I have my little prayer here on the wall and my reference rack. This is one of my famous, I think, things that I've done. I haven't seen, except for one other teacher that did it way after me, haven't seen anyone using that. Honestly, it's one of the best teacher resources that I can recommend. I keep like that pink form right there are like the teacher extensions, like different room extensions. Then I have like early out schedules. I have like our weekly notices from the office, any important email, our pacing guides, our calendar, school calendar, just tons of amazing things that honestly work really, really well for me. Then I have my printer, my computer, and then I keep access of the markers I use for lessons during the time I am using the document camera here. Then I have like extra pencils and then anchor markers, anchor chart markers that I use when I'm doing that. Then my phone is right here with extension codes as well. I do have this right here so that I use it when I'm either vlogging or watching YouTube videos during my breaks. And so this is my desk area. And then I do have 3 drawers here. I won't open them because I just put the IDs in here. I just don't want to open and see something personal from the kids. Threw my stuff in there in the morning. My purse is over here. I'm in a pretty safe school. I'm not afraid. You know, I leave my stuff like that. I probably shouldn't, but I do. And then my 2 rainbow drawers here are like lifesavers. I put my Monday through Friday stuff. Falcon time, which is RTI. Homework always goes in there. And then the last one is for PLTW. Camila, is that you? Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna keep moving. Give me 1 second, baby girl. Right above this, I have like my creamer, coffee, stir straws. I have some spoons in there too. Sugar. All my lifesavers here. Protein shake from Herbalife. I just put in the jar. My blender, Walmart, 10 bucks. And then my Keurig and my refill water for my coffee maker. So this is kind of like my haven right here. When I need that extra caffeine, this is where I come to. Then the other one has today, then make copies, grade, scholastic orders and forms, copy paper, Astro Bright paper, cardstock, and I have laminating pouches right at the last drawer. And then here is where I keep like my homework copies, grammar and spelling, my Wonders TE right here. And then word work for my centers, anything that's original to make copies, this is where I stick it. Like this red one is for the ADTA contract. I keep that handy all the time. I keep like extra books and resources that I actually look into, like if I need to find a lesson or I'm confused about a standard, then I have resource books here as well. Anything that is here, I use. Like there's nothing there just because. Then here I have another little drawer system and I have a quote there from the Bible. And then I keep any like notes here that I need to send home. Fact Success, this is like the Fluency little certificate that they take home. And then the last one over here has like my teacher scissors. There's my little light box here. I had it there last year, but now I have Minnie Mouse. Yep, and then over here, I send this every Friday. I made that form with copying and pasting a couple of things from the actual program that I bought it from TPT. So you won't actually find that form. I created that on my own using their resources, of course. Nothing like my idea is just I want to make sure the parents know what their current practice level is every Friday. So that's what I send every Friday home with a practice sheet. Then I have our like incentive tickets in here, our like office passes, and then just any extra stickers in there. And then I have like my mess over here, just hand sanitizer and stuff. Okay, moving away from my desk area. Hopefully I didn't miss anything, and if I did, I'm sorry. Just comment down below and I'll let you know. Oh, well, hello, my toolbox. I love that thing. That is the best thing I've ever done. And if I thought initially like, oh my gosh, that's too many drawers, it's good. I actually need more. I actually memorize where everything is. It's like, it's just the best thing. I can't even explain it. It's just awesome. Up here is my amazing elementary, middle school, high school, college, and then this is from Cal State Dominguez Hills. That's where I graduated from and received my bachelor's degree and credential, and then that's my credential certificate up there through the program. And then I came out in the magazine up there, and just all of the rest of the deco is like stuff that has been given to me throughout the years from students. And then this is what my current students have given me this year, and I end up putting it in a file at home with each year labeled. And let me just give you a pan of the room real quick. Okay, now that I did that, I forgot to tell you about my birthday bags. They are basically, well, to have the months somewhere in the room. And also, each little card above it shows or denotes a different birthday from the child. Inside the bag, I have a special pencil for them and a small certificate. So I do that as soon as I get my student list in August. As soon as I get it, I pull out all of their birthdays. I print out all of their certificates because I'm really bad at getting those little things done during the year. So they're all up there. All of their certificates are up there, and all I do is I grab my ladder from behind the bookcase. I actually have a ladder hiding back there. I don't know if you see it, like right there. And then I get their stuff when I need to pull that out. Yep. And that's what I have. I do have the read signs here. Read, and then write, learn, and above the door, think. And all of those actually came from Target. My husband spray painted them black, and that's what I've been using. So this is my classroom. The easel came from, I want to say it was Amazon as well. We are currently done, and yeah, this is my classroom. I hope you really enjoy this tour. I am so glad you were able to spend this time with me. If you have any questions, please do not hesitate to comment down below. I'll try and do my best to answer to each comment. I love you guys. Take care, but more than anything, God bless. Goodbye.